Ah, the mystery sneaker, hey? This one was a little bit easier to solve than the others because all it took was a little bit of googling and a little recap of that exhibit being pulled out of the bag at trial. So let's break it down. Shout out to C. Fawcett for letting me know that the shoe found in the snow looked like an Air Force One Nike. Googling that took me to the Nike website where you can actually customize your shoe, including the sole. You can customize quite a bit, including the tongue and the little tab on the tongue and the little tab at the back of the shoe. There's a lot of things that you can customize, but obviously the notable one is the sole. If you choose a black sole, you end up with a black lip all around the outside at the bottom of the white area. So I decided to go back and look at the trial footage where they showed the photographs of the shoe being found in the snow, just to work out whether or not we can see this black band at the bottom of the white area. So if you're just looking at these images alone, then you could be forgiven for thinking that that looks like it has a black lip around the white area and a black sole. Because, I mean, that's just how it looks in these particular images, right? And also, what we're notably looking at is a left shoe. You can see the instep around the middle of the shoe there. But further inspection of all of the images shown at trial shows us that it does indeed have a white sole. And there are numerous snaps of this shoe in different angles, enough to be able to see that it is indeed a completely white sole. There is no black lip at the bottom around that white area. And then when the shoe is turned upside down, you can clearly see that there is no black at all. Those first couple of images where we thought we could see black were just shadows, because after all, these photos were taken at night, under the glow of the CERT team's headlights. So that's one mystery down. The shoe found in the snow definitely has a white sole. Now let's have a look at the shoe that was pulled out of the evidence bag in the courtroom.
Yes, it's the right sneaker recovered from the hospital room.
Okay, so this is the right sneaker from the hospital. It's not the left sneaker that was found in the snow. Well, that is a remarkably clean sneaker that doesn't look like it's been to two different bars that night, let alone worn anywhere else. The next question you might be asking is, why haven't we seen a pair of sneakers, both the left and the right, in court so far? When questioning the next witness, that I'll show shortly, Lally briefly glossed over in what you could call maybe half a sentence that one shoe was found at 34 Fairview and the other was at the hospital. And even though this witness did receive both the shoes, he failed to show the jury. Right here, you'll see him very quickly shuffle the photograph of the pair of sneakers underneath the exhibit piles for the court clerk to number. And I'm going to hazard a guess that there's a very specific reason he doesn't want the jury to see the pair of sneakers.
Ms. Hartnett, with reference to the sneakers and sort of the other clothing items that you received, do you recall how or where or when it was that you received each of those respective clothing items? Or how the lab did, you know?
They were received by the lab from the Norfolk detective unit.
And as far as the sneakers being labeled with two different stickers, do you know why that was?
One of the sneakers was recovered from 34 Fairview Road, and one of the sneakers was recovered from the hospital.
Now, with reference to the photographs that I've just placed before you, have you had a chance to look at those?
These ones here?
Yes.
No.
If you could. And do you recognize what's depicted in those photographs there?
Yes, I do.
And what do you recognize those to be?
Those are the fingernail clippings that were submitted for John O'Keefe
And do you know where they were submitted from?
by the Norfolk County Detective Unit.
May I approach your Honor?
Yes.
I'll call him up and see if he's introduced in the minutes. The next exhibit.
Okay. Thank you.
And Your Honor, with respect to each of those, I'm not seeking to publish those to the jury at this time. So,
Okay.
Court officer.
The lights back on, please.
So there you go. The sneakers mystery is solved. Now we can get on with guessing why Lally didn't want to put them up on the screen for the jury to see and the rest of the world to see.